Guys, the UEFA Champions League night is finally back. The round of 16 of the knockout stage is back. Back like he never left. Back like we all expect. It's a big night. A lot of big games. All the games we have tonight and tomorrow night, they're all big games. And one of the most interesting games is the first game of the day, which is Galatasaray versus Liverpool. We all know how Galatasaray has been doing at home this season in the UEFA Champions League. At least the last game they played against Juventus in Istanbul, it was a total demolition they did to Juventus. And when they went away to Juventus, they almost got to it, but eventually they came out with a draw and they were able to knock out Juventus. So Galatasaray is back against Liverpool. It's a big game. 6:45 Nigerian time, and I think 5:45 UK time, something around thereabouts. So it's a big game tonight. It's a match to look out for. That's the first game for today. Let's go to the second game. The second game is Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. This is another very, very, very interesting match, if you ask me. Atalanta is not a walkover. Atalanta is not a team that you would just wake up and say, oh, it's going to be very easy for Bayern Munich to walk over them or to beat them. They're at home, the first leg. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think Bayern Munich should have an edge, because on paper Bayern Munich are a better team, but then you cannot write off Atalanta. The third game I have on my list, Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham Hotspur. This is another very, very, very interesting match. This match is going to be very, very interesting. Well, Atletico Madrid has not been doing so fantastic in the La Liga. They've not been consistent like as we would expect. I think they are third on the pile on the La Liga table or something. I think third or fourth. Third. They should be on third on the table on the La Liga. So, and they are playing at home at the Wanda Metropolitano. Tottenham is not, on the other hand, is not. They are not doing so well in the Premier League. We know where they are, almost getting into relegation. Like, they should keep playing the way they are playing in the Premier League. Whereas Tottenham is going to be relegated, but we hope that doesn't happen. But this is the Champions League, and we know how Champions League nights are. It's a very big night. It's a night where players step up, teams step up to do the unthinkable. All right. So, but for me, it's a 50-50 game. When I watched Diego Simeone talking about the game, he said that Atletico Madrid are not favorites or Tottenham are favorites. I know those are mind games. All right. So let's see what's going to happen between Atletico Madrid and Tottenham. Never can say. Then Newcastle versus Barcelona. I think this is the biggest game of the night. For me, this game and Galatasaray versus Liverpool are the biggest game of the night. But Newcastle versus Barcelona rather is a very, very, very interesting game to look out for. It is a very, very interesting game to look out for. Newcastle are not they're not in the best of forms or the Premier League. But then one thing I know Newcastle for is that they're a very stubborn team. When big teams meet them, they know how to match up the energy of big boys, of the big teams. So I don't think Barcelona is going to have an easy ride over Newcastle. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It is going to be, Newcastle is going to give them a run for their money. Newcastle is going to make life a bit difficult for them. Newcastle are playing at home. It's even possible Newcastle wins. It's possible Newcastle can win them. So let's watch and see. For my predictions, I think I'll go Galatasaray versus Liverpool. I think I'll go for Gala win. Galatasaray is going to win because they're playing at home. Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. I think this game might be a draw. I'm having a feeling that this game might be a draw, but I think Bayern Munich is going to come out on top. Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham Hotspur. I think Atletico Madrid is going to win. They are the better team on paper, and I think practically they are the better team because Tottenham is in a very, very terrible shape. They are not living up to expectations at all. Despite the signings they made last summer, they are not in a good shape. I think Atletico Madrid is going to win because Atletico Madrid is at home. Then Newcastle versus Barcelona. I think that game is going to be tough. I can't say it's going to be a draw, but Barcelona should have an edge Barcelona should have an edge because they are the better team. They are the better team. But then this is Newcastle and this is Premier League team. Remember, this is a Premier League team. They are not going to be an easy ride for Barcelona. They're not going to be an easy ride for Barcelona, but I think Barcelona is going to come out on top. Yes. Barcelona is likely or will come out victorious. They're going to come out on top. They're going to come out the better team. They're going to come out with the victory. Those are my predictions. Those are my thoughts. It's a big night. The Champions League is back. The night of football is back. The night that we all football lovers want to see, the night that we all wait for is back. Let's see how it goes tonight. Let's have your thoughts, your predictions, and your opinions. Thank you guys. See you soon.